Hi Aveda, Trisha Dowling here with the Aveda Institute in Phoenix, demoing the lymphatic drainage techniques for dry brushing. I'd like to take it a step back for a moment and talk about nutrition. In the Aveda Path to Wellness, we often talk about how food is fuel. We talk about how what we put in our bodies directly correlates to how we think, look, and feel. We don't always put it together that our lymphatic system does the same thing. After all, your lymphatic system is known for bathing the skin in nutrition and oxygen, and also supporting the transport of white blood cells. The system itself is functioning through and dependent on the pressure of your blood. So the efficacy of your nodes is directly correlated to your circulation, which for some of us is not as healthy as it needs to be. Your lymph nodes themselves will help this filtration of toxins, trapping bacteria, viruses, and any foreign substances. Stagnation in your nodes can mitigate that filtration process. Now, any mitigation to the filtration process to pores already struggling with excess sebum, and you have all the makings for acne. So in comes your dry brushing. Again, thinking that we're going to bathe the skin in nutrition, kickstart our filtration process. How are we going to do it? I'm going to be utilizing our two dry brushes. I'll use my black shirt so you can see them. They are the Tulisara Oleation Professional Dry Brushes, so you need two of them. There are the bristles and also the brown handle. When we're holding them, I want you to envision a fork and a knife. I hope that will help you remember, again, going back to nutrition, what we're actually doing in simplifying that process. As far as pressure, because that's going to be hard for you to tell other than my model here who's feeling it, there's two different motions. We're going to have a sweeping motion, which will be about the weight of 2/4 on the skin. Again, not very much pressure. And the pumping, which is going to take the side of my brush and just gently dimple the skin. And that's going to be here in our clavicle hollow and our sternal notches. I also want you to remember it's very similar to brushing your hair. If you have longer hair and it's tangled, you don't ever start at the root. You clear all the ends and work your way up until you get the brush all the way through. So we're going to go through the 9 steps of the dry brushing, and I hope that you enjoy. The first one is your décolleté sweep. So we're going to start on the side of the axilla. Again, working outward, going towards the midline outward, over the midline outward. For the next sweep, again, this gentle pumping motion, finding the sternal notch and the clavicle hollow, you're going to take the rim of your brush handle and gently pump. Starting at the midline, working upwards, clearing the entire neck from the mandible to the clavicle. Again, pumping. And one last on the outside of the neck, clearing the entire neck from jaw to clavicle. For the chin sweep, you're going to crisscross your brushes, working along the mandible, ending at the earlobes. We're going to go to 4 chin sweep, which is below the lip. Again, moving towards the mandible hollow, working lateral, covering the entire chin. 5 is upper lip. You're going to start above the lip, turning your brushes angled, working down the nasolabial fold, again to the mandible hollow. Your nose sweep, motion 6, turning your brushes on their side, following the sides of the nostrils, working along the nasolabial fold. Cheek sweep, beginning at corners of mouth, working outward towards the front of the ear. You may need to turn your brushes on their side. Forehead sweeps, we're going to start at the midline above the brow, working towards the temples. And your final sweep, we're going to start at the midline hairline, following downward along the perimeter, in front of, turning and behind of the ear, down the back of the neck, and ending at the axilla where we started. I hope this short video has made the lymphatic dry brushing techniques relatable relevant, and memorable for you. I look forward to seeing you all in Minneapolis. Happy dry brushing!